And g'day everyone, welcome to You Say I Draw, where every Saturday night at around 8 p.m. London, 3 p.m. New York, and silly o'clock in Sydney, Australia, we spend some time together drawing on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook as well. You tell me what to draw in the chat, and I draw it. And if you stumbled across this and never seen me before, I'm on all social media, but you can check me out at mattelder.com, where you can also subscribe to all my content there and see all my artwork, and everything gets released through that as well. This show is sponsored by McCatsum.com Holiday Homes, just 75 minutes east of London, UK. Great for a holiday or a weekend getaway from the city. High-spec apartments with lots of great restaurants and bars in the area, along with the Lego Wall. Visit McCatsum.com for details. My streams are a drama-free zone with family-friendly content, so please be respectful in the chat. No bullying or triggering or profanity. And if you like what you see, by all means, don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll get started here. So welcome along to everybody who's here at the moment. I see that we've had Brett's Builds, who is in first. So he's claimed that title back from a tease, who normally is usually straight in. And we also have Ingrid Wynn, who's along too, and has mentioned, should I paint or build? Oh, it's a drawing stream, so I'll be leaning more towards the painting sides of that. But obviously, your choice. Be cool to see what you might be painting. I think we were in a chat the other day, and was it London Bridge Bricks last night? And you were talking about when you were going through and doing some oil painting. So be curious to see what you're working on. And g'day to CB Bricks. Great to have you along here, and welcome along. So by all means, guys, today's theme is 10 minutes, where the idea is some of my streams have been getting a bit long because some of the drawings have been quite detailed and everything like that. So I want to try to do each one in 10 minutes or less. So really just try to push through and do some sketches tonight and get it down that way. And Ingrid's come up saying, I am painting a bird of paradise. Let's see your rendition. Okay, so bird of paradise seems to be one of the first suggestions we might just get on to here. So I've got that captured there. And let's see now, just making sure I've got everything here. I'm not in my usual location. I'm actually on holidays, actually staying in one of our holiday homes with the family and everything like that. So a lot of the setup is a little bit temporary, and it's all just being temporary. So I'm just trying to make the best of what I've got here. So apologies in advance if it's not the usual sort of way of doing everything, and I'll get through here. Okay, so what else we got here? I'll just have a look here. Oh, so how about Black Panther? Yeah, I saw, obviously seeing that was really sad news today for anyone who's not fully up with that. The lead actor for that lost a battle with cancer today, so definitely that will be one which we'll get into. I was kind of anticipating with the audience, which I sort of draw, that would be one which would be there. So definitely, I might that might be one which breaks the 10-minute rule, because I might try to at least get a decent one of those, rather than just sort of going through and making it too sketchy and not doing justice to obviously the issue at hand. So let's just sort of see here. Come back in. I'll just have the background music. Just get that started. It was here a second ago. Sorry, apologies. I'm just trying to get this happening, and of course, having a few little technical issues. So bear with me for 1 second. Just finding it again. I think I've got it now. So there we go. Just put that there. I'm guessing that the volume, my microphone is working okay. If somebody can just confirm that you're able to hear me talking, I should be able to, given some of the comments that we've had so far. Alrighty. do that. In here. And so Ingrid had... Okay, cool. Thanks for confirming that you can hear me. We had a bird of paradise. Just have a quick look and see what exactly we got for the bird of paradise. Oh wow, this looks... Is it I'm painting a bird of paradise. Let's see your rendition. Is it a flower? Seems to me what's coming up is this orange flower. Bird of paradise flowers, woman. That being the case, so we can get going here. Okay, so you're saying it's a bird. Okay, I think I've yep, you got two. Obviously, the bird of paradise is a plant which came up first, but then also it looks like it's a bird. So we'll do the bird version. If I get it wrong, I guess we'll be able to come back and do the flower version as well. So here we go. Let's just keep a little bit of a track of the time. So 10 minutes or less. And how is everyone's Saturday night going on? See that Ingrid is thinking about painting or building. Let us know what you end up doing. And keep those suggestions coming down there. Oh, apologies if that was dropped. Still just getting into the swing of things here tonight. So I don't know what it's like where other people are, but today was a really weird sort of a day, weather-wise at least. It was sunny and then rainy and then sunny. Just slightly too far up. Almost looks a little bit like a bit of a phoenix or something. At least the start where I've got it heading in the phoenix direction. Here, leave a little bit of space. So it looks like Ingrid's saying that she's painting this evening. Excellent. So you've made that that call. Hopefully helped with that decision a little bit. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Just Ingrid, was this the sort of bird of paradise one that you're looking at, or have you got a different species that you're working with your painting at the moment? Just drop in a few little defining lines just on the wings a little bit. there's a little bit of colour just off onto the neck. Same bird, yellowhead. Okay, yeah. Sort of, I think because it's looking up at it, there is the yellowhead there. But there's not much of it because it's the underside. So at least that's what I'm thinking from what I can see at least. Slightly stronger grey. So in there, get the beak in there. And it's almost like the eyes in the black. And has the feet from underneath. Coming in, hopped over. So Ingrid, with the painting that you're doing of this, how sort of big are you making it? Is it sort of A3, A4, big canvas, working large, or just doing like a really fine, small little study of it? And it looks to be this sort of white, wispy tail feathers. I know I'm sort of having to do it grey, so at least you can kind of see where it's at. Yellowhead, green neck. It's the one that you're looking at. I'll have to see if we can have a bit of a look and see where we might end up with that. Shoulder down there, wingtips out to here. Ingrid, I don't know those technical questions. I never took classes. I'm painting with oil. Okay, cool. No, I just meant in terms of your canvas size. You're doing like a little tiny painting or something much, much bigger. That's all. I think being self-taught sometimes, there's a lot of amazing artists who are certainly self-taught, having never taken classes. I originally started taking some classes, but the teacher teaching it, and I just didn't click, and I just knew if I kept on going on with it, I'd end up hating it, so that didn't last very long. And eventually found some artists which I really liked or could gel and jive with. Actually, most of them turned out to be online, so I sort of did a couple of the online classes. Okay, I think we'll just do almost give that one a quick one there. That was the Bird of Paradise as suggested by Ingrid there. Again, just a quick 10-minute one, sort of get a bit of a feel for it. First one out of the gate, just warming up. I'll just make a note of that. So if anybody else has got any other suggestions out there, thanks for that, Ingrid. Glad that you think it's pretty. And CB Bricks, that's good. Thanks very much for that. Okay, so do we have any other suggestions for other things? Just quick little sketches I could be doing. We've got Black Panther. I'll be active for that. I'll do that one. I just want to be a little bit warmed up in that one, as we sort of said, might take a little bit more time on to make sure we do a decent sort of version on that one. Sort of see, jumping back over, seeing anything there. You got anything, CB Bricks, that you might be suggesting? It's the other one, just having a look. So Ingrid, you were saying that yours yellowhead green neck. And I think I see another different type of one there. Get that going. No, probably should just change that stream banner. Across to there. 10-minute sketches, the theme tonight. So I just wanted to do some quick sketches so it can be on any topic that you like. Okay, and just had an interesting one come through. Your best attempt at merging the British flag and the Australian flag together. If I just draw them, the Australian flag, it's already got the Union Jack in the top corner. So, okay, what else can we do? I'm taking, when you say British, you mean Union Jack. Tapping along. What else? Okay, let's have a bit of a play, see what we come up with. This is a British flag merging into an Australian flag. It's actually a bit of a tricky one, actually. That's a good suggestion. Let's sort of see what I can do with a flag. British flag into an Australian one. What can I do? So if you had British flag merging the Australian one. Let's just say you got your normal Union Jack cross. It's going to be somewhere in here. And then Australia, you obviously got the Southern Cross, which is the 5 stars. Now we can sort of really play with that. Maybe if we just angle the Southern Cross a little bit bigger or differently. Maybe a way of getting through that. Let's come on with this one. And we probably need one more star. And there, now the British Union Jack. You know, it's kind of not as symmetrical. The weights of the whites are slightly different. So I might just have a quick look, see what I can pull up. Okay, the main red does come through. Maybe I'll just pick off. I'm trying to do the Southern Cross a little bit sideways. I might just pick up the stars first. crossover one, which will get really interesting here. That way, let me just so with a flagpole we normally have up there. Now, if we to the back end, more the blue colour you might normally see in the Aussie flag. How's that? That seems to be coming out quite strong. Yep. I guess with that, and if we pull up the Union Jack sort of side of things, start off with the, I believe it's a St. George cross from the English flag. Just trying to get the flow. That side there. Then you have the smaller stripe in there, the bigger one there, the blue one there, and then on the downside, the smaller stripe goes down to that side. There we go for that. Let's give a bit more of an outline. If we pick up a bit of blue there, that's on the inner side. Again, more of that blue. Yeah, to there, and then that's close to that side there. And then that's the blue, I want the black. Okay, I think we'll give that one, say that that's done. So maybe I might just, one little line I do want to thicken up just a little bit. And maybe just in there. So there we go. Best attempt at merging the British and the Australian flag together. So taking the main Southern Cross star pattern of the Australian flag and merging it over the top of the Union Jack, because the actual Australian flag has the Union Jack in the top corner anyhow. So hopefully that's something a little bit interesting. And I think we'll do that one there. So next suggestion, But anybody else out there who's got some suggestions on what we can do? Can be from anything. My main thing tonight is just to try to do it in about 10 minutes or less. So I think for the first couple I've managed to do that. What else we got there? And we'll do that Black Panther one in a little bit. If I just take that off so you can see it a bit better there. Is that focusing okay? Or is that a little... Yeah, it might be a little off. So if anybody else out there has any other suggestions, get through them. Hello, Brick Sloth. Nice to have you along. We're just doing tonight any suggestions I can do within 10 minutes. So if you've got, you usually have some good ones. So if you've got a suggestion there for something quick, be able to do that, just pop it in the chat. So far I've had a merger between the Australian and British flag, and then also two had a bird of paradise, which Ingrid suggested. Sloth in a spaceship. Okay. I sort of thought you do like your sloths, and I think I've done a couple now, so I'm starting to get a little bit better at drawing sloths. And then Ingrid Black Panther is the best suggestion. Yep. That one we'll get to in a sec, I think. So a sloth in a spaceship. Any particular spaceship you're thinking of? Just anything. Sloth in a spaceship. What would be... I'm trying to think. Maybe we should just do one from inside, if we can. So otherwise, if we do it, a sloth in a spaceship showing a full spaceship, the spaceship might be, yay big, and then the sloth might be the little tiny passenger at the front and control. A UFO spaceship or one with fins? Okay, yep, that's cool. I think I got an idea for that one. Okay, let's just... So we have... Let's... If we go some classic flying saucer. If I put that too high now on the page, we'll figure something out. And you're saying something with a fin. So there. And then we wanted, I'm going to cheat this one a little bit. I'm going to do a sloth on top of rather than in it. And Ingrid suggested a bee as well. Okay, we'll keep that in mind for something else. Anybody else out there in the chat, if you've got a suggestion for something quick to draw within 10 minutes, drop it in the chat. So I've got a little sloth hand here. Move around a little bit. And let's say we've got a bit of a body there, leg hanging over, being all sloth-like. And brick sloth, what's obviously it's part of your name. Is a sloth just something you happen to like? What's the do you have any funky name about or funky story about the origin of sloths, or why you particularly like them? It's obviously I'd like to suggest them, so just wondering if how we come across that. I just want to try to fit that on there. It doesn't look like it's being too happy at the moment about that. A little sloth guy here. These little claws out the side. One leg over, a little bit hairy. Brick sloth. I've been called a sloth for years. I started a Facebook page back in the day involving sloths. I know a lot about them. Oh, you're probably picking out that's an arm is too long, too short. Not, yeah, the anatomy's off. And I took my mum to Costa Rica to see the sloths when she was diagnosed with cancer. Ah, okay. Ooh. Yeah. Hopefully, you're able to push forward and through the cancer, and hopefully things have worked out okay. You know, to get past it, maybe. What do we got here? And do that. Let's try. Kind of not quite saying UFO yet. Let's just drop the fin in, and then we'll try to make this flying saucer aspect a bit better. Maybe if we put it there. She passed away a year ago, but she got to go abroad and see the baby sloths and waterfalls before she died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like that you were able to at least, have some pleasant times together at least while you had the chance. It's always nice. Let's just pop in. Hopefully that's a little bit. Hopefully that's reading a little bit more as a spaceship. Just got the leg of the tripod. Sorry about that, guys. That's good to hear. Good memories that she was able to do that. That's great. And I tell you what, we'll just add in one little. See how we can do this. Let's just say that there's a little bit of a waterfall ray or something coming out, just as a bit of a memory. Okay, so I might just pick this up slightly. We have Sloth on a spaceship with a fin, and we'll say that there's a waterfall coming out of it. Very cool suggestion. Like that, something to. I think the last one that we did involving a sloth was the castles one, which was a sloth climbing a castle in a knight's outfit. I think we did it with the Monty Python tag from memory. 'Tis but a scratch. That's amazing, dude. Thanks for that. Great to hear that. I'll go back to a B. That was another nice one that Ingrid had there. So if anybody else is out there in the chat, pretty much doing quick 10-minute sketches. So any suggestions you have, drop them in and I will quickly do them. Now the B. I think I'll do a bit more of a naturalistic type B. Maybe B, maybe. I think one. Some strong color contrast. Press build, train. Yep. Can you be a bit more specific? Let's try to narrow it down. For when we do that one, Brett, do you have a particular locomotive, engine, period, steampunk? Let's see. This one I'll try to keep a little bit more centered. That's there. I think I'll do a B on a bit of a flower, because then that will just give it a little bit more pop. Press builds, Hogwarts Express train. Okay, yep, no, that sounds cool. Very specific. And Ingrid, sunflower. You saying that as what it should be on, or your next suggestion? Because I'm quite happy to do that as your next suggestion. That'd be cool. Maybe wings, because the wings are kind of semi, I want to say opaque, or is this translucent? Sort of one wing there, and then the next one's going to be a bit tricky because it'll come a bit more off the side. Drop that in between there. And then I had head there, a little antennae off the front. And a bit more of the, it's hard when you got the thing going through these translucent, transparent type wings or something. I have a couple legs coming down onto the flower. That head is still looking like 6 shades of wrong. What I need more spikes. Bees can actually be quite hairy. Like their bodies are largely covered in hair. Just pop a secondary in there. Sunflower, if you're going to attempt steampunk, Mr. Elder, I'll back that. Better be good though. Do you have an idea for a suggestion of something steampunk? Maybe just an object or something small. So we'll do that one as well. Quite happy to do that. I think that's the thing tonight. Going through and doing these quick ones, going to be able to get through a lot more than what we normally would. So you can have multiple ones from people. Sunflower with a squirrel. A squirrel. Steampunk goggles. Yeah, that's possibly one. Steampunk airships. Airships are popular. That's another good one. Yeah, you sort of I think a lot of those airships they come up. I've got Mr. B happening here. Got his head all over a honey plant. Not a honey plant, a flower. For some reason, Winnie the Pooh just jumped into my head. I'm thinking of Honey Pot and Winnie the Pooh. Must just be bee, honey, all that sort of thing. It's a weird association. Ingrid B looks great. Thanks for that. Oh yeah, airship. Yeah, the Zeppelin kind with wings. Okay. Yeah, whenever I think of a Zeppelin, I usually think of obviously the Hindenburg. I guess that's probably one of the most famous ones for all the wrong reasons. And there. The flower just needs a little hit of a red color just to get a bit more translucent pop in through. Birth builds your on it Slothrin. You're on it Slothrin. Okay, Okay, I'm assuming you're just referring to sloth suggestions and that there. That's cool. I think we'll just pop in a bit of a stem for our bee. And I think that one will be pretty good for being done. Just having a little bit of a look through the camera. So we have a bee on a flower. There we go. Brick Sloth, I'm Slothrin. Hello. Okay. Is that just a mistype or is that just a Brick Sloth, aka Slothrin? Ingrid Wynn. Okay, let me translate. A diathrin is a flower of Sloth City. Okay. Cool. What do we got next? So we had those ones, and there's been a couple of really good suggestions we've had. Just going back and seeing what else we had here. Hogwarts Express. That'll be the next one. Okay. Brick Sloth. It's like Brethren, but it's Slothrin, but it's singular. It's Slothrin. Okay, sorry. I think my limit of doing things is like maybe drawing and talking. Maybe thinking is not also in there as well. Hogwarts Express. Just having a look for Hogwarts Express, and there's a few things that pop up, and it's like, oh, if I had more time, those would be awesome. But I think for this 10 minutes, sometimes just keeping it simple and sweet is the better way to go with it. Yo, it's Mr. Solo Brick Builder. How you doing? I know you probably had a busy day, Solo, so when you get a chance, I popped you a DM on Instagram. If you can just have a look at some stage, be good to hear back. Okay, so Hogwarts Express. Quick one. So, and Solo, the topic tonight is 10 sketches to be done in 10 minutes. So I just want to get through a few sketches tonight. So if you have any suggestions, it can be basically anything you like. Pop them in the chat. And we've also had, and I thought it would come up, Black Panther, which I will do a little bit, but that one I won't do as a 10-minute sketch. I want to do something decent for that one. Just to which I guess the other thing too is when I have a look at that one, what do people think? Should I do the actor or the character or the actor in character? What are people thinking for that one? So I'll kind of go by a bit of a consensus of whatever we have. For that one, I really need to pick up the pace on this one. Wheels there. Let's just throw in a few little perspective lines and try to the general feel and vibe for this in the right place. Still going back a bit there. Actor on right, Black Panther on left, half and half. Okay, yep, no, I can definitely see, do one of those. Reminds me very much of, for anyone who knows comic books, Jim Lee. He does a lot of that stuff, that sort of half and half sort of thing really well. So I might channel my inner Jim Lee knockoff. And just remember, Brett, this is a quick one, so I know I might not get everything 100% perfectly right. And the other thing too, if when I was choosing the theme for this one, the 10 minutes, I mean, apart from, I enjoy doing some of the longer sketches that we've done recently, like the castles, and the cartoon ones actually were really fun too. And I still have. But do people have suggestions for themes, for future themes I could be doing? If you do have a suggestion, then just in the chat, but then maybe just say theme in front of it or something, so I don't get it confused with if you're making suggestions for what we should be doing it here. Ooh, Jango Fett helmet. Yeah, no, that's. Now I just have to make sure you get Jango Fett. The Jango Fett or the clone Jango Fett or the original? Is there any difference? And I don't want to get the Star Wars people offside tonight. Getting that light coming out of the front boiler there might be tricky. Lego City theme. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting one. Ooh, hard one. Jango and the other half, Boba Fett. Theme time travel. Well, that's an interesting one, yeah. Let's see now. I'm getting distracted. Must focus. Just trying to think what these things on the front here are called. I know they hit buffers, but I wouldn't have thought like the actual round black pieces. Let's see. Sorry, I had to kill the volume for a second. I think somebody's just made a mess in the other room, so there's a bit of vacuuming happening. So if you're hearing some sort of little rumble, that's what that is. I know the joys of live streaming. Time travel, half Jango without helmet. I call them buffers too, family bricks here. I I'm just trying to think. I thought they had a proper name. Anyway. You might hear a little bit of murmuring in the background. That's the kids arguing about bedtime, so see how we're doing them there. Just where's the main rail coming in through there? Another rail. Just help me place some of these wheels. And is it bogies, or I call them metal piece which goes across? Is it crankshaft, drive shaft? And go across multiple wheels. I don't know. This little boiler there. Handrail. That one there. So delineate where that carriage then starts and goes. All little greebly type things down there. Goes there. A suggestion where all the sleepers are going. I'm actually right here is leg for the camera tripod, so I'm trying to work around it. That's why sometimes I'm going to hit some of these lines, or attempt to, they don't quite come out. Then we need a bit of gold around the top. Another gold something or other there, trying to outside of the Hogwarts Express. A little light in there. Blend that off with a little bit of an orange. The gold just needs that little tiny tweak of brown. On there. Let's pop some of these side panels. Ingrid Thingy. Yeah, whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit, the Humigumi, the Thingamy-bob. Sammy did rise how much Lego I have on display and trying to pack it away. Holy moly. Yeah, I remember, was it on, I think, London Bridge Brick stream last night? You started talking about the deconstruction for when you move. Now that could be an interesting video series or something, going through and deconstructing it, or maybe for the models you really don't like, which I guess if you got them on display you probably do like. They could be prime candidates for drop tests. So I think we'll call that one there. So Hogwarts Express. Compression buffers, yes. And Solo, Brick Builder, and the dust. Yeah, I guess you're going to find a lot of that throughout the rest of it. Alrighty then, I think what was... we have the steampunk. I think I'll come back to the steampunk because I want to get a solo suggestion. So just make a note of a couple of these other ones here. So we had steampunk, and that was like an airship or a zeppelin with that. Then we had the Jango Fett, Boba Fett. I might do those ones if we get time. I might do them both separately. Because we're going to do the half-half, maybe just keep that sort of special with the Black Panther one. And for the themes, just take notes of that. We had Lego City, time travel, thingy, whatchamacallit, dust compression. Ingrid Wynn, his models are too good and too big for drop tests. Yeah. Although that said, I would caveat probably the latest AT-AT might have a few standing issues. Ooh, Solo, I have a drop test video coming out tomorrow. Ooh, excellent. We look forward to that. And yeah, RIP Black Panther. Yep, we just, before you joined us, we'll do one of that. That will be the one exception to the 10-minute one. And we'll go through. So just do a quick recap of what we've done so far. I'm actually quite happy with that Hogwarts Express, even if I do say so myself. Sometimes when you just rush for things and you can really get a lot. A bee on a flower. Sloth on a spaceship with a fin and sort of waterfall type effect. A cross between the Australian and British flag, and start off with a bird of paradise. Although I think the one I probably should have done, or the suggestion would have been the yellow and green headed one. There's always time, always time. So next one, I think was Solar Brick Builder. I can't believe he passed away and so young. Yeah, it was obviously just reading a little bit about it. It looks like he'd been having an ongoing battle with cancer for the last 4 years, and was doing filming and everything in between surgeries and chemo and everything. So that would have been pretty hard. We're just going back up here, looking for Jango Fett helmet. So Jango Fett. Now this is probably going to test Star Wars knowledge. With because I'm seeing them in both ways, the antennas on the Jango Fett helmet, should they be on the left side of the helmet or the right side of the helmet as you're facing it? Because I'm seeing them predominantly on the left, but there's a couple which are on the right. That looks like a little bit of a movie reference, and it seems to be it's on the left as you look at the helmet. So I think I'll go with the left. Solar Brick Builder, I was going to post a video on him this morning, but I decided not to post. I didn't want people to think I was doing it for the views. I think Solar, the first way I found out about it was actually your Instagram post this morning. So I think you just put a little thing up there on it. So and then everybody else, it should be on the left. Okay, good. Got clarification on that then. Let's see, this one. See if I can attempt to get it also a bit shiny. And try to draw it so you can see it there. And I'm not sure when you came into the conversation, Solo, but we also was just asking about themes for future streams, the drawing streams. So if you've got any suggestions, then obviously you can also just pop them down there as well. And then just maybe tag it with theme or something, so I know it's a suggestion for a theme as opposed to a drawing. So I love the things that you guys come up with in your suggestions and things, because they're not, for the most part, not normally things I'd be drawing. It's always great just to try other things. Helmet looks like a little bit too thin. Probably needs to come out just a little bit there. Looking a little shot there. Solid Brick Builder, yeah, I woke up and saw it in my newsfeed, but I thought it was fake. Then I had a look on the BBC and confirms my disbelief. Theme, air travel, that's a good one. Make a note of that too. Because there was also a time travel one. Air travel, that's going to have a lot of scope to it. I think largely will be a heavy vehicles one. So let's get stuck into this. Looks like it's down through the middle, through the side. I always just want to put too much detail into these ones, but it's like, no, got 10 minutes, just get through it. Air travel or theme construction vehicles. Yeah, that could be another interesting one. Just open up a Technic catalog, and pretty much everything I've seen there will be construction vehicles. Although that said, you've shown me that there's occasionally motorcycles as well. I think I've just got this sizing a bit wrong. Those are all really good suggestions. I think by the time I come out of this stream, I'm going to have the potentially the next 6 months of ideas blocked out. Because that's sometimes the hardest thing, is coming up with the idea for the theme, because it's like, well, I know what's going to amuse me, but will it be interesting for others? Iconic vehicles. Yeah, that's another one. So no, in the various streams so far, I think I've done the Ghostbusters car a couple of times, which I've really enjoyed that one. Knight Rider one. I think I've done the DeLorean twice. Once you get into some of these things, there's just so many good things out there to draw. Okay, There's another like sweeping reverse arc that comes into there. Theme inventions, superheroes and villains. Do you ever draw Spider-Man? Ingrid Wynn. I've actually, yeah, I've drawn Spider-Man a couple of times, not a huge amount. There's actually, I've done a sketch, funnily enough, for an oil painting I want to do of the Spider-Man minifig, but in a classic comic cover. It's a Todd McFarlane one, the Spider-Man #1, where he's crouched over and like all the webbing going everywhere and everything. I've even got the lighting and everything. Like that one's really blocked out. I just need to find the time to get to that painting. I'm hoping in winter I might get a little bit of time to do some of this, but yeah, not enough hours. I've been tempted with that one to actually do it as a live stream, but I've got no idea whether anybody would think that was even remotely interesting watching, because when I do oil painting like this, for me, this is kind of what I'd think of as more as fast food illustrations. 10 minutes, come up with a sketch or something like that. But with oil painting, as you probably know, it's layers and layers and layers. It could be a little bit on the slow side, that. Let's see if I can get a few little reflections and highlights in here before we call this one done. I did mean to set like a stopwatch for these 10-minute ones, but yeah, I haven't quite gotten that far yet. And no, there's not really that much there. A little bit on the arc, that's mostly right. Theme War Machines, theme Warhammer, theme Battlestar Galactica. I don't want to say that I've never seen Battlestar Galactica, because I probably saw something when I was a kid, but I must admit it is one of those franchises and properties that I know next to nothing about. Tiny reflection in there, that angles up and arcs into there. Brett's Builds, I've been coming up with a commission idea at Family Bricks, but I'll need it too cheap. So it's not going to be a train then. I mean, that's the other thing I've had a thought for a stream, is to go through and maybe do commissions or something. So if you did have an idea or something like that, then maybe do it on something like that. So I think for that one, I'll just try to think. Is there any? Yeah, probably just needs a little bit of a definition up there. I think call that one done. It's the sort of thing you can keep on noodling it away and everything. and really work those reflections and keep going with that. But I think just want to note down a couple of those themes that you'd suggested there before, Solo. Some good ones in there, and also Brett's builds. So again, air travel, construction vehicles, iconic vehicles. I almost feel like we need like a Patreon or something, put it into a poll to sort of see which order they get done in. Inventions, heroes and villains. War Machine. War Machines, Warhammer, Battlestar Galactica. It's trains with my Sig Fig. Brett's builds. I'd watch you live too. Okay, cool. Iconic Trans. Is that Iconic Trains or Iconic Transport? Solo, so your title there. Very awesome for 8 minutes. Thanks for that, Solo. I'm glad somebody was keeping track. And Mr. Hinkle Drawers, thanks very much for stopping by. Always good to see you. Tonight's theme is 10 minutes, which basically just trying to do sketches within 10 minutes. Because the last couple of streams, sketches have started to drift too far. Like, I've thoroughly enjoyed them, but I just want some fast and quick ones. So certainly any suggestions that you might have can be on any topic. Certainly looking to get through them. So quick recap. We had a Jango Fett helmet, Hogwarts Express, Bee on a Flower, Sloth on a spaceship with a fin and some waterfall, a cross between the English and Australian flags, and started off with a Bird of Paradise. Mr. Hinkle Drawers, I'm glad you've kept up with this series. Good man. Yeah, well, obviously, like Picasso said, good artists steal, good artists borrow, great artists steal. So, stealing from the master himself, Mr. Hinkle. And yeah, I really enjoy these actually. The problem I'm starting to find with them is there's so many little things that I do, and once I've done it, it's like, oh, I want to do a painting of that. And some big ones which stand out is the Bowser Castle one, which I did for you on the Castle stream. I think there was Castle Grayskull on there, and there was been one or two others. And I think last week was cartoon characters. And somebody on that suggested to do one of the Monkey Kid ones. So I did one of the Monkey Kid ones, and then it's like, you know what? I want to do all of them. So I only sort of finished up part of this today. So that was that. So last week I'd done that on the cartoon stream, and I really liked the character shot. So last night on London Bridge Bricks, I did the 3 characters, and then this afternoon I finished off that one. So it's getting there. I still want to do a bit of background and things like that. But yeah, that's where some of that's started. It's been great. I really enjoy doing it. And g'day to Brick Clicker. Nice to have you along. Tonight's theme, 10-minute drawings. So anything you want, I'm going to try to do things in 10 minutes. See you soon, Solo. come back soon. That Monkey Kid drawing is perfect. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. I'm actually away at the moment, so I'm not drawing on unusual tables, so I'm kind of hunched over a couple of coffee tables and things. So it's making the drawings a little bit more challenging because they're just not quite hitting the lines as what I'd like to. So we did the Jango Fett helmet. Any other suggestions for quick drawings? Otherwise, got just trying to find it. Previously, we had a Zeppelin. I am going to do a Black Panther one because people have been suggesting that. But I'm not going to do that as a 10-minute one. I want to do something a little bit more. Make sure I do a decent drawing of that one. We have, I think the steampunk ship there was another good one. Oh, Ingrid, you got paint on a new couch. Oh, if that's oil paint, that's going to be nasty. Oh, that could be. Yeah, if you've got some sort of solvent, turpentine, methylated spirits, yeah, that could get interesting. Yeah, somebody would be mad. And Hinkle has come back. Your favorite food? Okay, I'll note that one down. That's his favorite food. That could be a bit of a challenge. And then Brett's has also come back with Dumbledore. Ooh. Right then, so we just need to go back in, find. What was I looking for? A Zeppelin. Steampunk. And then a steampunk version of that. Yeah, shit. I haven't done too much steampunk stuff, so beyond goggles and a lot of weird metal things, just trying to figure out what the visual iconography. Oh, Gears and Cogs, the other ones. Okay, I think I've got enough to kind of work through it. So let's see how we can do this one. We'll start off with the Zeppelin itself. Point there. It's also weird the other day, Kevin, when you didn't do your draw stream either. And it's just certain points within the week that there's always highlights. So it was your draw stream which didn't happen this week. Solo didn't quite manage to get his stream on Wednesday because he was driving like a madman over in the I think it was the Channel Islands. It's kind of the Zeppelin. Now I'm going to figure out some steampunk. Well, obviously these fins. That. Maybe some bearings on the outside. What else? Maybe some of the the metal frame of the external might not make, probably hinder the aerodynamics a little bit, but what else we got there? The airship could be a boat with a balloon and propellers. Okay, you know, that's let's double it up. So we'll have like first class can be in here, and then cattle class could be like open air, and then that's what it's attaching to, the metal struts. And Mr. Hinkle draws. Yeah, I appreciate when people share they miss it. I had to take my son to the dentist right in the middle of stream time. Yeah, no, life happens. Steampunk physics are kind of like cartoon physics. Yeah. And propeller was the other one there. So maybe there's a big giant. You get some of those propellers out. Brush pen gone. Small one, so do that. Oh, and Kevin, I keep on saying that Beyond the Brick superhero ones that you did is like the video that keeps on giving, because after that, when you said what your materials were, I actually went and stopped the video, freeze framed it, figured out what they were, and then bought some of these pens, which I'd never really used before. I like the brush. The brush is quite nice. The others feel a little too hard. And I think I've used this brush so much now, it's now split. So it gives me this weird double line, which for some things is really nice. Gives a nice little extra texture and hint of detail. But when I was doing the cartoons where you need those really clean, crisp lines, yeah, it was a nightmare. Put some of those rounded ones on the outside. And some cogs made of some fins, ailerons. Yeah, that. Brett's builds, even old grey bricks, Mr. Hinkle draws. Sometimes in Bricksloft, sometimes they have a winged rudder. Yep. Nice, Mr. Hinkle draws. I'm recording a bunch of videos for Patreon content. One is what tools do I use, all about that stuff. Yeah, you keep on hinting at your September or October Patreon update, which I'm going to be very curious to see with that too. So anybody else here, who isn't aware, which I think most people are, Mr. Hinkle draws, Kevin Hinkle, another awesome member of the LEGO community, but then just the artistic community in general. Definitely check out his stuff. Mr. Hinkle draws, all social media, things like that. I'm unashamedly a lot of the time just flogging his ideas for things. So if you go over to his stuff and go see, hey, wait a minute, that sounds a lot like what Matt does, it's like, no, I've taken it from him. So definitely check his stuff out. He's slowly doing a reveal on some stickers at the moment that he's doing, and the ones which are done so far, what was it? I think it was Princess Daisy, Toad was today. They're really nice. They're really cool and slick. I really like them. And sometimes I get scared at what the postage might be from the States to the UK, and the input tariffs and things at the moment are just ridiculous. It's the sort of thing it used to be if anything comes from the States and it's worth more than £15, there's an automatic, it's almost £20 postage charge to deal with the customs. That's just the admin charge, and then on top of them anything else. Because I made that mistake. I bought a thing of oil paint, which you can only get from the States. I think the oil paint was about £20 itself. By the time I paid for customs and duty and everything, it ended up costing me £100. It's just like, wow. It's just ridiculous. Mr. Ingledraw's, thanks, Matt. The best are to be revealed. Yeah, I can see a couple of the silhouettes there that you've hinted at. Once I picked one or two of them, it's like, I think I know where all these are coming from. And yeah, I understand that usually flat media is not too bad. I've mailed a couple of things to the UK, Australia, and that was flat envelopes and it was only $2. Okay. I'll definitely then have to check that out. Yeah, if you're doing the customs declarations to the UK and you're saying it's worth more than £15, then the receiver is going to get whacked with duties and custom imports and things. So obviously you need to say what they're worth. But yeah, that stuff is never very nice. Feels like it's a little bit on the grey side. Ingrid, when I'm cleaning my brushes now, I got frustrated with paint on my couch. Yeah. Usually with the oil paints and things like that, whenever we have like new carpet fitted and things like that, whenever they rip out the old carpet and things, I've always kept those offcuts and things. So then all those offcuts then go underneath desks and things like that. So if you drop paints and stuff on it, you're always just hitting like the old secondary carpet. You can just chuck straight out. It's oil paint. Once it gets into stuff, it's a real mess. It just feels like it needs a pop of color. And steampunk to me always seems like it's because it's metal, it's bronzes and golds and things of that nature. Okay, I think I might leave that one there. So, a Zeppelin steampunk with the robot should make the propellers maybe a little bit more obvious. That's the little one there. Let's see if it's on the blade shapes right there. You'd have a second one in there. Give a bit more of a hint of it. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that's good to know. What was the next one up? I think we'll have the I think Kevin had the favorite foods one. Favorite food. Now I think, what is my favorite food? I think I know what it is, and this. I think I know what my favorite food is. People be a little bit concerned if I didn't know what it was. Maybe I can do this one as a little bit of a Pictionary style one. I'll just start drawing and then sort of see if people can guess it. It might be a fun little one to do. Okay, I think I got. Let's see now. I mean, I know I could draw it in about 2 strokes and people would figure out instantly what it is, so I might have to make it a little bit more challenging than that. Marlene, great to have you in. I'm sure it must be pretty early where you are at the moment. I know what it isn't. I'm guessing favorite food. Mr. Hinkle, haha, it takes you 10 minutes to decide what it is, let alone draw it. I think as to quote Doc Samson, you wouldn't be having to throw shade there, are you? Although that said, like I love doing that multiplayer version with you. That was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But I did find it funny with some of the sketches there. By the time you did your first couple of lines, I was almost halfway through some of the stuff. Admittedly, I wasn't hosting, so I didn't have to deal with that, but it's still pretty funny. Okay, let's see if we can do this here. Bricksloth, I honestly don't think I have a favorite food. Ingrid, when it's 4:40 p.m. here. Marlene, it's 6:45 a.m. here. Yep, your silly o'clock in Australia. Ingrid, when my favorite fruit is mango. Oh, yeah, we actually as kids had mango trees out in the backyard. I do not like mangoes. Most ironic. Kevin, yeah, fun drawing with other artists. Ingrid, favorite fruit to draw is orange and pomegranates. Yeah, they're also kind of fun to paint as well. Mr. Ingrid draws, it's good you stream beforehand to get familiar. Many of my guests haven't, so they are a tad nervous and a bit slower than me. Yeah, I just wasn't like I had to do that stream before. I knew the having done the Pictionary one where basically you draw about 4 lines and people can guess what it is. I had a vague idea that the speed could be a bit of an issue, and then as I started to draw some of them, because that's the thing I'm always amazed, Kevin, when you do yours, is that you actually do a lot in 3 hours. Like that's. I think I have a tendency to go more towards a realistic sort of style. That's kind of my sensibility. I find basic graphics and things like that a real struggle, which is why I've liked, I guess, some of the minifigs and things like that, because all of a sudden you can't get too hung up on a lot of the detail and things. It's because it's obviously very graphic and stuff. But I've also been thinking to, hopefully work out something later on, but I'd like to have sort of like a return version of that drawing where you come on, say, this stream, and we'll do much the same sort of thing. So hopefully you're up for that. That'll be cool. I'm sure people in the chat would love to see it. But I can appreciate, I think your kids have been back at school and ours are about to go back midway through next week, so it's just trying to figure out what the new version of Life and Normal is. Ingrid Wynn, Apple 3. Not quite an apple tree, right direction. There's another thing. Growing up as a kid, we always had these in Australia in the back garden. And it's the sort of thing you'd think, okay, well, if you have them and you eat them and eat them and eat them, you get sick of them. It's like, nope. I want more of them. I know, once I draw the fruit within about 2 seconds. Ingrid, banana. Yes, banana. Yep, you got it. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, we used to have banana trees in the back garden, a couple of them, and you have the giant bunch of bananas hanging off one of the stalks. I'm going to do this with sometimes the bananas, as they need to ripen, they're a little bit, a tad on the green. So anyhow, that was because the alternate version of that I was thinking of. It's not completely. Excuse me. Let's see now, the 15-second version. Had I done this in 15 seconds, can anyone guess what my favorite fruit is? What the favorite fruit is? Oh. Banana. So, 2 for the price of 1. Maybe that will help me catch up on the average time. So, let's go. And I think I saw something back here a little bit before. Yep, game for sure. Awesome. Yeah, no, we'll talk and work something out. And maybe we can also get Doc to host that one, because he hosted the other one, and that was awesome. So yeah, we'll work something out. Let's see now. Hi Sean, can you draw a tortoise? I have a pet tortoise. Yep, I'm just trying to think. Put that down there. Hi Ingrid. Mr. Inkle draws, I love fresh cut bananas in cereal. Ah, yes, now you're talking, with some Wheat Bix or something like that. I've always wanted a fruit tree in my yard, maybe one day. So I'm just trying to think, Kevin, I'm going to say you're Connecticut way. The weather there is kind of a bit mild. That's been one of the interesting things with moving to the UK. Like Australia is, because it's so hot, you've got to have really hardy type of plants and things, whereas the UK is completely the opposite. Because it rains so much, you need trees that can survive the colder and milder climates. So we recently put in the last couple of years, plum trees, pear trees, apricots and things like that in the early days, but they seem to be going well. Sean, my tortoise is burying itself to sleep. And Marlene, the best thing is a mulberry tree. I'm not sure the wooden spoon would survive that in its same colorful state. Yeah, mulberry trees. That was as a kid, that was fun. I think going to the neighbors, they had a couple there, and I'm trying to remember if we had one. And draw a dragon fruit, custard apple. Hi J Studios, welcome along. Great to have you in. And Ingrid, Can we give pear and apple? Yes. Mr. Hinkle draws, Connecticut is 9 months winter and 3 months intense summer. Yeah, I'm finding with certain fruit trees and things, the summer is the trick. If it gets too intense, you got to have the right blend there. So I'd be thinking possibly, not that I'm a green thumb or anything, you might be better served with possibly lemons or something like that, but that's obviously not a great fruit treat. Ingrid, when we can plant apple and pears, yeah, we've got a, where we are at the moment, it used to be 80 or 90 years ago, it used to be an orchard. So we've got a couple of leftover apple trees from that time period, and they are bitter as. But that's because in the 80s in particular, they went through and they made apples super sweet, just the way that they bred them and everything. So our palates have adjusted to that sweetness. So you taste older style apples and they're really bitter. J Studios, a sailing yacht, please. Yeah, I'll just put these down. I think I saw we had a tortoise suggestion and sailing yacht. Just studios, don't be asking people where they live today. Just play nice in the chat, guys. I used to have vegetable plants. Okay, let's just. All right, so we're up to next was a tortoise. We had the Pictionary banana and the quick banana, and now we'll move on to. I never remember with tortoises. I always confuse them with turtles because one has got flippers and one has got more feet, I think it is. So let's just have a look at that. Okay, so let's go back up. Where was it? I'm just trying to see that one there. What can you tell us about your pet tortoise? Is it old? How long you had it for? Just any sort of little interesting facts? Very big? How you look after it? Is it like in a tank? Can you trust it out around the house? Excuse me. Let's see now. That looks kind of. Yeah, they look like they got a little bit more on feet as opposed to flippers. So that makes you wonder. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe it should have been Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises, because that would have flippers then, I think. Okay, how do I want to do this one? So let's just. Quickly look something in here. I'm starting off with the wrong sort of one there. Sean Studios, check your Instagram. Yep, I will. I'll do that after the stream, just because trying to juggle everything at the moment is a bit tricky. I mean, the people who can stream and do more than about 2 things at once, hats off to them. That's it's a picture of the tortoise. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. probably just a bit too far down the track with this one. I might have a look at it and if we get a bit of time, maybe come back. Something's just not. So I think that's the amazing thing. Like if the sharks and stuff don't get at these tortoises and turtles when they're younger, they live to like, I think like 100, 150 years or something crazy like that. How do I? It's always the thing with these quick sketches. It's like, what is going to be the bang for buck, the quick way to just hit them, pump them through without getting too noodly. There, up there. Family Bricks, would you like me to send you a picture of a particular yacht? Yeah, I'm just trying to think what's going to be the best way to do that. Yeah, it's probably Insta. I might just be able to quickly flick over to that. Save me a few seconds in searching. I know I'm trying not to be contradictory to what I've just said. I'm aware of that. Ingrid, how do you know how old a tortoise is? Is that got something to do with the size of its shell? Is it kind of a little bit like a tree where I want to say it's got something to do with that, but maybe it's just you had it from birth and you counted the number of years. I don't know. I still can't get that idea in my head if the tortoise are the ones with feet and the turtles are the ones with flippers. And why is it not Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises? Anyways. Semantics. If Kevin's still around, he's probably having a good little chuckle. I think when he started doing themes for his sketch stream, which is I think it's Friday morning, New York time. Usually works out to Friday afternoon UK time. Definitely check it out. So yeah, a couple months ago, started doing themes, and I think the first one was robots. So then the chat was then arguing about the definition of how do you define a robot versus an android versus all those sorts of things. So I think very quickly, once I started doing the theme idea, it's like, yep, it can be however you want it defined. At the end of the day, if it's potentially something cool to draw or looks good or visually interesting, then yeah, it'll fall into it. It looks like it's got the foot sticking out the front here. We've got a quick little tortoise there. Let's keep the 50 down first. I'm going to do this. needs a bit of texture. I'm thinking that's going to be too strong. I'm just getting that there. I think maybe just giving a quick little shadow, and I think we'll call this one in the Dunsky pile. Yeah, shadow just doesn't quite work out as well. Come out here a little bit. And occasionally you have a good drawing and you push it too far and it starts to fall apart. Okay, so cool. I think we'll call that one there with the tortoise. Quickly there, let's see, is that, it's always hard to tell. It feels like stuff is just slightly out of focus for you guys. And I just lost the pencil. So there we go, the tortoise there, that's that there. Sean, your sea life log was very good. Thanks for that. Yeah, London is, the UK's been coming out of lockdown, so particularly this holiday's gone along to a lot of the tourist attractions in and around London. Lots of them are just really suffering because the numbers of people just aren't coming back, and a lot of them normally are frequented by overseas travelers who basically aren't here anymore. So it's been great for us to go through, like we walk into the Tower of London, which normally has 13,000 people a day going and seeing it. They're struggling to get 1,000 at the moment. So Tower of London's like the crown jewels. Normally crown jewels, the line to get in is like 2 hours. We're able to go in and see it like several times, just walking straight in. And Sea Life is the aquarium in London, and again, the same sort of thing. They're limiting numbers and things on that, and that was just really, really nice, because usually you've got people all over the top of you and things like that. And there's another one right next to that is the London Eye, which is that big sort of Ferris wheel type thing that you might see when they launch fireworks off it for New Year's. Usually each of those little pods that you go into has 20-30 people in it. Due to COVID, they can only have 2 family groups. So there's like the 4 of us and then 2 other people in another family. So there's like 6 people in this capsule when they normally have 30 or 40. So it's just, yeah, amazing at this time to be able to go along and do all those sorts of things, but totally not sustainable in the long term. Like the Tower of London, I think they're currently operating at like £95 million loss this year. We went to another, what was the other, we went to one of the other castles. It's a very similar situation. I think they're currently operating at like a £30 million loss for the year. So cool. I'm glad that people are enjoying the tortoise drawing. Thanks very much for that. So we got Ingrid Wynn. Wow, I love that tortoise. Thanks for that. Sean Studios, that's a cool drawing. I like it. Brilliant. J Studios, great tortoise drawing. Appreciate that. Marlene, looks great. Ingrid Wynn, sailboat is next. And yeah, I'll just double check Insta. A few things here. Okay, I've got the next one that we had here is Let's see if it's Sailboat. If I just find the original J Studios tag. Here we go. Next one. Right here. How are we going for time? Okay. There. Can't. I'm not going to have an epic stream tonight, like a 4 or 5 hour version. I think I'll try to keep this one to 3. It's because it. Yep. J Studios. I got the image on Insta, so I just. Can I just trying to see if I can zoom into it or do something with it? Okay, yeah. I find the interface sometimes with Instagram quite clunky when you're trying to deal with images and things. So, okay, so we've got a particular sailboat that I've been sent a picture of, so we'll do a quick one here. Ingrid, be right back. Have to give Doc some love in his chat. Oh, cool. Is Doc, Ingrid, is he streaming at the moment, or what's happening with Doc? I'm probably assuming you mean Doc Samson. But I could be wrong. So if it's Doc Samson, he recently did we did a 72-hour live stream. What was that, back in June? Or was it July? And he's been going through and doing review summaries on it. And he's just, I think about 5 or 6 days ago, he released the second version, or the second part of it. And his intro to that had me in stitches. That's probably been one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. So, okay, sailboat, let's crack on. This one's, yeah, I've got to draw through and around this, the tripod which is holding up the camera, just throwing some of the perspective lines and things off. So, Doc Samson has a video programming right now. It's the third part. Oh, I think that's, I'll be in that part, so almost like, oh, I want to go see it. And Sean Studios, do you like the old Batman movies? I'm assuming you might be referring to the 1989 Michael Keaton ones. Yeah, I mean, I grew up on those. I was a kid when those things got released. And you have to keep in mind, up until that point, you just had superheroes starting to come to cinema. You'd obviously had the Christopher Reeve Superman films, which had come, 1 and 2 filmed together, released. 3 with, trying to remember, Richard Pryor took it in a comedy direction. Then 4 was a bit of a disaster. So that was the background of comic films at that stage. It was Superman, or they were also doing some direct-to-TV type things. Like you had, I'm just trying to remember, it's like a Thor movie, which also had Hulk, which was kind of like the Lou Ferrigno Hulk. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. So yeah, you didn't really have nothing like today. Like, what's Marvel Cinematic Universe is up to 18 films. You've had multiple iterations of Batman. And then in the early 90s, the Marvel films were direct to video, if that, or they're really bad. Like, they were so bad. You had a Fantastic Four one. which is so bad they never even released. They basically just made it on a shoestring budget so they could keep the rights to it, to the franchise. So, what do we got here? So yeah, the 1989 Batman film, yeah, really enjoyed that. The 1992 Tim Burton film, yeah, enjoyed that. I think it was the 95, then had Joel Schumacher, and that's where it started to get a little bit more on the weird side, because he basically was trying to take the aesthetic a little bit more back to the 60s Batman show. So everything was bright and neon, and it was kind of like Jim Carrey in his prime, doing Riddler. And then Batman and Robin, the Joel Schumacher, George Clooney one, oh, that was horrendous and painful. Sean Cheers, got to go. Bye. If you're still live, I'll come back. Okay, thanks for stopping by. And Marlene, Batman and Robin TV series. Yeah, the 66 Adam West, Burt Ward one. I still remember when we saw that on, that was on TV, the actual movie version of that. I think, when was that? I saw that one was in Ballina. I still remember that one. It must have been 7 or 8, I think. And then it used to be on of an afternoon after school. Go after school, go to grandmother's house and watch it. A TV show with cliffhanger endings, same bat time, same bat channel, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. That's cool. Excuse me. J Studios. Wow, that looks great. Jay, this particular one that you sent through, is it? What's your fascination with it? Is it something that somebody that you know has? Is it one of yours? You just like it? Go on holidays on it? Trying to get all the I can get the main hull, I guess, right there. Trying to work through this tripod, starting to drive me a little bit crazy now. J Studios, it's mine / my parents. Oh, cool. Well, what can you tell me about it in terms of, like, I don't know anything about yachts, to be quite honest. Like, you know, how many feet it is, how big it is, people it sleeps, I don't know, interesting facts. I'm assuming you go have holidays, that sort of thing. And well, something up there. I think I'm just popping a few more details, and just always with the main mast. And then it looks like there's another map. J Studios, it is a 34-foot, I believe. Okay, cool. Some ropes there. And then it looks like it's a little bit of, is that, I'm guessing, is that a wrapped up front sail maybe? Made by Gianio. Okay. Yeah, again, I know nothing about sailing, so. I'll do that there, I think. Maybe drop in a few little bits for the, I don't even know, the side railing. Stop people falling off the sides of them. I don't, sorry. Apologies to anybody who knows about this stuff. There, it looks like there's a bit of rigging or something coming off here. Just use a French company. The front sail links up with the mast eventually, so I recommend having it go all the way to the top of your page. Ah, okay. Yeah, just obviously the photo you sent me is a little bit on the crop side, so let's think for that one there. Maybe we might just do a little tiny bit of the side pavement dock, whatever it is. Just help pop that out a little bit more. I think that one would be pretty much done with that. So I think we'll do a quick recap through the ones that were done, and then I think there was so we had the sailing boat, tortoise, favorite fruit, the quick Pictionary version, a little bit more elaborate banana tree version, steampunk Zeppelin with boat and rudders, Django Fett, Mars, Hogwarts Express, a bee, a sloth on a UFO with a fin, a bit of a waterfall, a mix between the Australian and British flag, and a bird of paradise. I'm just trying to think if there was. I think that's starting to cover most of the suggestions that we've had. I think there's a couple other. I would pay good money for it. Would you mind a screenshot? Would you mind if I post a screenshot on my Instagram? No, by all means, go ahead, post the Instagram. When I get home in a few days' time, when I get a chance, I usually go through and scan them all and put them up like all as one giant thing all together. Let's just sort of see if I can sort of put it there, so if you want to try to get a good sort of screenshot of it. just leave that there for a sec. So yeah, I'll do a proper scan of it, and possibly if you drop me a note a little bit later on in the week, then you can have probably a version of the scan of it. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with a lot of these drawings, because I just at the moment I literally just put them all into a folder. I'm starting to lose. And these are all just drawings that I've been doing recently on these streams and other ones. So there's a fair bit of stuff there. So I don't know. I've got to try to figure out a way to distribute them or do something or sell them or whatever, because otherwise they're just going to go into that folder and sit there for the rest of eternity, which seems like a little bit of a waste. So Sean Studios, I'm back. Welcome back. I think we've just finished up that one. With anybody here, is there any other suggestions? I know they got the Black Panther one, which I do want to do and take a little bit of time on that. I think I might start doing that pretty soon, unless there's any other burning suggestions people have, which I haven't really gotten to. I think I've done at least most drawing from one per person at least. Just scrolling back through the chat, trying to see if there's any that I've really missed out on. I don't think so, but Sean, can you draw my tortoise? I saw it to you on Instagram. Let me just have a quick look at that. Oh, did you send it to? You may have sent it to the Family Bricks. Let me just switch across. So I got two ones that I use a lot. Try to follow it, and again, the face is a little clunky. Which Instagram account did you send it to? So I'm just looking, I don't seem to have. Just double checking what about. Family Bricks, okay, yeah, no, I was just checking Family Bricks account. It's not. I'm not seeing it show up. JCU is, I have to get going now. Everyone, thanks so much. Yeah, thanks for popping on by. I appreciate that. On your way out, if you're still there, hit that thumbs up, like button. That'd be great. Appreciate that. Yeah, I haven't seen that come through. In the meantime, we might just jump onto this Black Panther one. I'm just looking for a good one to do. and try to get the good angle for a bit of a half and half. Where is... Okay. This really needs to be portrait. Where is this? Obviously films landscape. So just tag it here first. So pop this one up here. Okay, let's see. I almost want to do this with a pen, but it's one of those things. Just want to make sure that I get it right. Also, just had someone ping me a puppy drawing, so I might also do that one. So we'll try this. I'll use one of these other ones. Okay, Black Panther, half and half. Yeah, I got that that puppy one, so I'll look to do that one as well. So everybody gets a bit of a turn. I'm literally drawing off a tiny little coffee table, so trying to balance everything around is a bit of a challenge. Size of that doesn't. And I'm just seeing that there. Sean, do you like the Night Buzzard set? I'm assuming that's going to be Lego. I'm not familiar with it. I can't say that I am. Shoulder's going to have a bit more length to it. Start dropping in this side. It's going to be completely different until we finish it off. Let's see. Don't know how well this is going to turn out if it's half and half. Sometimes you need both halves of a head to make it make sense if you're doing a likeness. We'll see. I'll try to get it to work. Very. Shroom Studios. Oh, you don't know? No, I'm sorry, I don't know it. Favorite Lego YouTuber? That's an interesting one. I mean, there's obviously a lot of people that I hang out with, and it sort of comes down to what I'm after. If I'm after some entertainment, I generally find I like Doc Samson stuff. He can be really funny with some of his things. It is quite dry with that. If I want to know anything Lego Star Wars, obviously M&R Ryan, he's usually good with that. If I want to know, news and latest sort of leaks and inside information, it's probably BFAB. General daily news and things, a couple out there, Daily Brick, can be quite good for that sort of thing. If I really want a bit of a deep dive on some of the stuff, or a really balanced, not so much balanced is probably not the right word, but somebody who buys all their own sets, so they give honest reviews, that would be Jang Bricks. I'm just trying to think. There's some on the Technic side. There's just trying to remember the channel. Does a lot on the cars and things. Is it RC Racing or something like that? Very technical, like his stuff. Just trying to think. And then, yeah, those would be the, I guess, the main ones. I'm sure I'm probably going to offend people by not mentioning them. Then there's other people who do mocks and things like that. Someone I know quite well is Kaz Mockett, and she does a lot of Macropolis and things like that, and she's got some stuff in the Lego house at the moment. That's like Blockhead UK. And then you've got, is it JK Brickworks, who did he does a lot of the kinetic type ones. I think he's had a set done by Lego as well. He did the is it 10? I can never pronounce it right. It's where that they had the floating part to it. Tensegrity, I think it was called. We're basically using cables and chains and the model's own self weight to make it look like it stays up, but in doing so it looks like it's floating. That was really cool. And I've done a review of his Ori, which I've built, which is pretty cool. Have I ever had dragon fruit? I think I've tasted it. I'm just trying to remember if that was is that the stuff that smells really bad? Just trying to think whether I really want to do this half and half. Yeah, I think I will. I think the easy version would be to do it as a full portrait, but that's not what people really asked for. That's the brush. This is going to be a tricky bit. I need to make sure I get this eye right. I've got this thing in the way. No, dragon fruit doesn't smell bad. I must be confusing it with. There's another thing which I want to say is it Conco or I can't even remember. do just want to focus on this eye for a second, so apologies if it's only just music. I got a tortoise instead of a parrot, by the way. Okay, that's confusing now. Is that the photo that you're trying to send through, or is that just change pets? Let's see now. So I'm just trying with this one to get the main proportions and facial features in the right place. And once I do that, I can just relax and do it a little bit more until I can get them in. Make sure I get this hairline in the right place. It's always tricky because the hair is actually really quite fine, but it's in a big mass. I want to say clump, but I'll just switch over to the other one for a sec. And it's got a little bit of shape and curl to it. I know it's a little bit off camera at the moment, but I'm still just juggling this weird tripod on the edge of the coffee table. And if I slide it down any further, it will come straight off the edge. Okay, I think that's touch up. Let's make sure the outline profile is working. Okay, so let's just slide that around for a sec so you can see at least the first half of that. It's a bit tricky without pulling it up too much. Now for the Black Panther side itself. Okay, so inside there, let's see where we can get to with this. ridges across the top of the nose. That's on the head. That side's more almost sort of tech. Not there. It does come a little bit further out. That wraps around, comes there. And then a center line down the middle. I think I want to do the classic Jim Lee panel split. So otherwise it just feels a little strange. And if we It's like a lot of this needs to be done with a solid black to get it to work right. Whoa. What am I looking for? So just go back to sec. Put that back in the frame a little bit. Okay, I think I'll call that one there. But just one. Yeah, still just one or two little things bugging. Okay, I think that's that one. So that was the, I know it wasn't the 10-minute one, but just that's what people wanted. Black Panther, half and half, with the actor and also the actual costume. Let's do that. I think we have one more request. We'll finish up with this one, and that will be, I think that'll be good for the night. So, where was that? I think there was somebody requested a dog one. Puppy. So let's. This one here. Puppy one here. So, cool. Oh. So I guess for anybody else who's still out there, what are some of your favorite YouTube creators or channels that you like to watch and get into? 10-minute one. Okay, let's just go for it. I seem to have gotten a few requests for people's pets and things tonight, so I'm just wondering if maybe that could be a stream in itself in the future. People send message me their pet pictures or something. Let's see how we go from there. G'day, Doc. Great to see you in. You're finally here. Somebody was saying that you had just premiered the third part of your 72-hour live stream, which I was saying before. The start of the second part that you did is probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a very long time. That was awesome. So, definitely that there. Ingrid, I have a pet chicken. Okay, actually a few. Okay, yeah, that would be kind of cool. So, actually, just before I do that, just do a quick run through of, because I didn't do it after the last one, some of the sketches that we've done tonight. So it's a 10-minute one, except for this last one, which I did, which was by kind of popular request. It was Black Panther, half and half, so it took a little bit of time to get through that one. I think it turned out okay. I mean, what do other people think of that one? I mean, can you kind of recognize the actor? Does it make sense? Curious to sort of see what people think. So that one, probably put it down for this one here. This is the dog one here that we're working on. Then somebody had their own yacht they wanted to do. Yeah, Doc, yeah, that was a shock. So I think we're making some comments of that. That's good then. If you think that looks like him, cool. We had a tortoise. Yeah, R.I.P. Chadwick. Very much so. There, and Marlene, that was amazing. Okay, cool. And then Kevin Hinkle was your favorite fruit. There was a Pictionary version, and there was the longer version, which is a tree. And then we had a steampunk Zeppelin with a boat and propellers. And Jango Fett clone mask, Hogwarts train, a bee on a flower, a sloth on a spaceship with a fin, and there's a waterfall, a cross between the British and Australian flag, and started off with Ingrid's Bird of Paradise. So that's kind of what we've been up to for the last 3 hours. I was going to finish up on this puppy one here, but Doc, if you've got a suggestion for something, it can be anything. I'm just trying to do 10-minute quick sketches. Then yeah, I'll certainly consider that. And yeah, when Kevin popped by earlier, you know how we did the multiplayer with him on his channel. I suggested to him maybe doing it on my channel, so like a return version, and he seemed keen for that. And we had such a great time last time. If we can organize something, maybe you might like to co-host that one. Just throwing it out there. If you would like to, can certainly consider that. We have that was a really cool thing there. Doc Simpson, Kevin picked a banana, LOL. No, Kevin's one was actually to draw my favorite fruit. So I ended up picking a banana, but if I did the straightforward version, it'd take 2 seconds. How about a doodle version of Kevin Hinkle? Okay, yeah, that could be something interesting. I see a picture of what I did today, not finished. Okay, yeah, Ingrid, I will definitely check that out. Send me an invite, and if I'm free, I should be able to. Yeah, it was something we're just kicking around. Definitely, we'll try to work something out, because that was, again, super awesome what you'd done last time, and it was just, yeah, it was a really good stream. I enjoyed that. So if you did have the premiere of your third part of the video, hopefully it went well. You want to make any comments on that, or so on? Feel free to promote it, because as I've always been amazed with the amount of work that it would take to put those things together. Wayne, that would be a great stream to do to do pets. I thought the premiere went well. Nice group of people chatting. Awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah, part of me now is sort of like, okay, I just want to wind this up so I can go and watch that. It was an awesome premiere, Doc. Oh, that's great to hear. Sorry I couldn't be there live for it. Although the thought did cross my mind. Let's just shut the stream down for an hour and go and watch it. Tiny little bit of pink in the ear. Well, just editing the compilation took 8 hours, not counting making the clips. Yeah, I could imagine that would. The fact then too, you've had to watch through 72 hours of stuff. Oh yeah, your portion of the 72 hours, the part is in part of the review. Yeah, I figured if it wasn't in the first two, it should be there. So. Ingrid the Black Panther came out great, by the way, and thanks for that. I appreciate it. So they are always challenging when you're trying to nail a likeness and talk, or not talk, as the case may have been. And then when you're only doing it with half a head. Because a lot of the times we recognize people based upon, seeing two eyes, or I would say symmetry of the head, but if you actually have a good look at it, everybody is actually asymmetrical. Eyes are doing weird things in weird places. So, but yeah, that's, if it turned out well, then that's brilliant. It's great. Appreciate that. This one here. It's really hard because I usually only read. I've got about 12 different marker colors, so if I don't have colors which are close, it gets really challenging. And then the other half of this is white, which I suppose I could use the grey for the shadows. Might have to. Let's just. Ingrid, my mother draws people's pets. She made money off it. And Ingrid, there's no blending with markers. Yeah, I know there's some people who that's their specialty. They do pet portraits and things like that. I've done a couple over the years. But yeah, it's something possibly should look into again. People love their pets, and you know they're happy to have paintings and portraits and all sorts of things done of them. These markers are they're actually designed to blend, so but you're meant to do it on a more slow sort of pace and much more controlled, whereas I'm just trying to whack this out in 10 minutes or less. So I think that's pretty much good there. That one. And I think I'll call that one there done. And let's just see now. What was that? I want to quickly just do one more, which I think Doc Sampson. What was the suggestion? Was that thought you said something like, was it a Kevin Hinkle one or something? What was your suggestion again, Doc? I can't. I'm just scrolling back through the oh, there it is. A doodle version of Kevin Hinkle. I knew I saw it there. Yep. I just saw it as it went through. Okay, let's just that. Now this is going to be just a quick one. Doodle version of Kevin Hinkle. Sorry, Kevin. Hopefully, we can have a bit of fun with this one. It's funny when I do a quick little Google, the images which come up for Kevin is when he's doesn't have a beard. Quite a bit older. Okay, I think I've got one here. The doodle version. Apologies in advance for how this turns out. Doc, that puppy is nice. Thanks for that. Yeah, hopefully it. Hopefully that something that Marlene likes. Doodle version of Kevin. I'm give him the epic square jaw. Remember, Doc, this was all your fault. No apologies, this is art. Well, I think a lot of the times when artist who homages poorly, they apologize for it. You know, you always see it sometimes, particularly with illustrations, be like, with apologies to, you know, whoever was the original artist on the piece or something. So, I'll be curious to. Kevin was obviously in earlier, but then I don't think he's still around at the moment. So, how this gets back to him. Jesus Life, hello. I think this must be a bit of a record for you. I was trying to think, were you in earlier? Might be the, if not, it's the first time you've come in right at the end. Usually you're in first thing. No, don't look, Kevin, don't look. As you can see down here, that's who you have to blame. So, with apologies, of course. Mr. Eagle Draws, I stepped away to watch Doc's final 72-hour review video. Yeah, I think Doc then came back, or Doc popped in here. So I think, yeah, one or two people were saying that they were popping out from this stream to go and watch that, and I was like really tempted to go, you know what, I might just close this down and go watch it myself. So, but with hindsight, I should have just done your the doodle sketch of your logo. But I must admit, I think I've now done that for some strange reason, like 2 or 3 times. I was trying to think why. think I did it on your profile pic for when you did that first live stream with me. I'm trying to think why else I've done it. Oh, I think I did it as a gag sketch on somebody else's stream. Maybe London Bridge Bricks, or maybe it was Solo 72 hour. I can't remember. I don't think I've really hit the likeness on this. Actually, I think I'm really way off the mark, but it's a Doodle Sketch version. I sometimes feel as like I just did the Black Panther one and think I nailed that, so at least I got a likeness on the stream tonight. And then initially when I went onto Google to do a quick little search for reference, the first thing which came up was, I think is it a Brickset profile or something? And on that you don't have any facial hair, so I thought if I did that, probably not too many people would recognize. I think the other thing, I can just blame the angle of the camera. It's distorting the perspective, distorting the, yeah, anyhow. You just don't have the eyes sitting right. The shadow shapes in there not right. Mr. Hinkle draws. Yeah, Brickset always seems to be top search results. People Googling my name or the Brick fan. It's actually been somewhat tough to push my own results higher in SEO, like my own website and my own social media accounts. Yeah, it's I don't know a huge amount of SEO optimization stuff. Stud Cities probably has a much better thing, but it comes down to the number of backlinks and things like that you have, which, those websites are going to have massive ones. So therefore, they become, in the eyes of Google, seen authoritative. Yeah, I think unless people put in your website directly, in which case it's like, well, why didn't you just go to the website? It's a bit of a struggle. Yeah. Sometimes you do portraits and they're a hit, and then other times it's a swing and a miss. And this is definitely a miss. I'm sorry, Gavin. It's just, I'm gonna have to, yeah. It's all Doc's fault. Damn it. Okay then, so I think we'll just run through it. Just finishing up now. So the last one there, a doodle version of Kevin Hinkle. So that's the doodle version. It's a long way off from where it needs to be. Then we had a puppy dog. And so the puppy dog in there. Then that was the Black Panther actor one. So I think that one was much more successful in terms of nailing the likenesses. And then he had a sailboat, a tortoise. You remember the banana tree, Zeppelin, steampunk with a boat with propellers, Jango Fett helmet, Hogwarts Express, Bee on a flower, sloth on a UFO with a fin with a bit of a waterfall, a cross between the English and Australian flag, and started off with a bird of paradise. And that's been it. So thanks very much to everyone who's been along. And one little final comment there. I'm impressed that you do your drawing streams for such duration. Are you shooting for 5 hours tonight? No, I've been given the hurry up. I'm actually a bit away, so this has gone for 3.5. I just want to do some quick sketches and that. I've been enjoying the longer versions of the streams, but that's not tonight. So thanks very much to everyone who's been along. If you can hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this, had some fun with it. Thanks to everyone who's been along. We've had Mr. Hinkle Draws, Brett's Builds, A Teaser's Life, Marlene, Ingrid Wynn, Doc Sampson. Just going back through some of the other ones here. Brickfella, stop by, Brett's Builds, Sean Studios, J Studios. Just going back through some more of them. I think that's where the feed stops off there. Apologies if I didn't give another call out for that. And yes, indeed, we are at the end. So I'll just finish up here. Usual sort of thing. Be back next week, same time. I will put out a thing during the week figuring out what the actual theme is. And then Friday morning, UK time, which is 11 a.m., 8 p.m. Australian time, and silly o'clock in America, I think about 5 a.m. New York time, I do my East Meets West stream, and you can check out some other things on my channel at the moment. I've just been going through and doing the local London attractions because they're mostly quite empty, and you can also see time-lapse going through some of the castles and things in about 5 or 10 minutes. So if you're local, go and check them out, and if you're not, then it can be a good way just to have a look through and see what's happening. So I think that's it. Until next time, when we talk about all things lifestyle, Lego, and drawing, have a good night, everyone, and I will see you down the road very soon. Take it easy. Bye.